Welcome to part 19 of the book of Revelations, and we are in Revelations 2. We're going to recap verse 4. Nevertheless, I have something against you, because you have left your first love. Remember, therefore, from where you are fallen, and repent. See, I like my other book, because it talks funny. And it says, Nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee, for thou hast left thy first love. Remember, therefore, from whence thou art fallen. I like my winces and stuff. But anyways, back to this one. Remember, therefore, from where you are fallen, and repent, and do the first works. Do the first works, or else I will come. It doesn't say do thy first works. It says do the first works. Or else I will come to you quickly and will remove your candlestick out of its place, except you repent. Now, how are you going to have oil in your vessel if the Lord takes your candlestick away? You're not going to. So I suggest you repent. But this you have. This you have. Now listen here. That you hate the deeds of the Nicolaitans, which I also hate. Jesus is saying he hates this. He hates something. The actions of the Nicolaitans, which is sins and such, right? Who are the Nicolaitans? Conquerors of the people. Conquerors of the people. I want you to see that. Conquerors of the people. That's who they are. Do we see this today at all? Yes, we do. Look what's going on. He that hath an ear. Now pay attention to how this is worded. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. It doesn't stay written that way, because the churches go bye-bye. Then he just talks to the people. But we'll get into that at that time. I'm just pointing that out now so that you'll pay attention. And he that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcomes will I give to eat of the tree of life. You have to overcome your obstacles in life that you're going through. And stay with the Lord in His truth. And then He'll give to you, to him that overcomes, will I give to eat of the tree of life, which is in the midst of the paradise of God. And to the angel of the church in Smyrna, write these things, saith the first and the last, which was dead and is alive. Which was dead and is alive. I know your works, and tribulation, and poverty. But you are rich. And I know the blasphemy, which is slander, of them which say they are Jews, and are not, but are the synagogues of Satan. Oh boy, I've seen a lot of that lately. Yes, I've come up against a lot of these false Jews in the things I've had to do. Many of them come to speak with me, and they try to tell me I'm supposed to be this and I'm supposed to be that. No, I'm not. I'm supposed to be exactly as the Lord Himself made me to be. I don't need man to conform me. God's already doing that Himself. I don't believe the things that I believe because some man told it to me. I believe it because God led me to it in this word. Because everything that a man speaks, I take with a grain of salt. I go over it with a fine-tooth comb to make sure it's can be found in this word. I'm not trying to be mean, but man is beast, and they lie. Men are fallible, but God is not. He does not lie. If He promises us something, He will keep that promise. And I know that. Doesn't matter what man says. One way or another, He will keep His promise. And if man doesn't want to be a part of that, then fine. He'll just evict them and find someone else who will. That's just how it is. God will find a willing party. Someone is always looking to be a part of God's plan. Someone is always hungry, looking for the truth of the Lord and looking to be a part of His plan and a part of His adventure. I love being a part of His adventure. I am so grateful to get to be. But anyways, let's get back into this. Verse 10. Fear none of those things. Fear none of those things. Are you getting that? Fear none of those things which you shall suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prisons. We've already read some of this stuff like this right back there in Matthew and them. If you've read this book and have been reading this book and studying this book, you've had to come across a couple of these by now. I'm going to use this as a pointer here to help me out. Yes, this is my little friend that I use all the time to say that one thing that I can't say because if I do my video, I'm going to get hit. So, but I'm using it for a pointer today. And no, it's new. It's never been used for anything. My brother was a diabetic, so he gave me this to use, and I use it before he passed. Makes me miss them a great deal when I have to use something that they gave me. Anyways, I miss them a great deal anyway. But still, moving right along for the Lord. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried. That means tested. And you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be you faithful to death, and I will give you a crown of life. That's tribulation is persecution, by the way, there. He that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. He's still talking to the churches at this point. He that overcomes shall not be hurt of the second death. Are you understanding that? If you overcome these tribulations and these trials, you don't have to go through the second death. I hope you're paying attention. And to the angel of the church in Pergamos, write these things, saith he, which has the sharp sword with two edges. I know your works. And where you dwell. Oh, excuse me. Even where Satan's seat is. And you hold fast. That means remain true to my name, and have not denied my faith. Even in those days wherein Antipas, I really don't like talking about him. Where in those days, even in those days wherein Antipas, my faithful martyr, whom was slain among you, where Satan dwells. Now, if you want to know where this is, look up Antipas, the faithful martyr, and find out where he died. Then you'll know where this church is. Hint, hint. Just so you know. But I have a few things against you, because you have there them that hold the doctrine of Balaam. That means you have sinners there that hold the teachings of Balaam. Who taught Balak to cast stumbling blocks before the children of Israel, and to eat things sacrificed to idols, and to commit fornication. So have you also them that hold the doctrine of the Nicolaitans, which are the conquerors of the people. The Nicolaitans are the conquerors of the people, which thing I hate, Jesus says. Repent, or else I will come to you quickly, and I will fight against them with the sword of my mouth. And that means against the sinners. You see what he's going to do? He's going to fight against the sinners with the sword of his mouth. Wonder what that means. That means to preach the gospel. Are you doing that? That's what you're supposed to be doing, by the way. Preaching the gospel truth as it is written. Not to your own understanding, and not just the parts you choose, because that is to take away from the gospel. If you're not preaching the whole thing, there's going to be blood on your hands. You were not called to nitpick and just feed the children crumbs. You were called to feed the sheep. Sheep does not survive on crumbs. I'll see you in the next part.